Hello friends and enemies! I told you I'd be wearing the fish ring from now on. Actually, I'm sure I will forget in the next video and onward. So, we have had these sitting around for quite a while now, and I meant to review them the moment we got them, but my brain no work good. I'm frequently tired and also frequently busy. I do other things besides this, which may surprise you. So yeah, today we are looking at Super 7's The Worst, Captain Deadstar and Batula. Now I've heard some people have some problems with these figures, mainly in the articulation department. If you've seen some of my other reviews, you know that I'm not really a stickler for articulation, but I will do my best to see it from the point of view of someone who is. But I also gotta say that when these figures were announced, they looked really fun, really cool, so I am excited to unbox them. So let's get to it. So in true Super 7 fashion, it comes in a cardboard box with the actual packaging inside. Very simple, but keeps it well protected. Ages 14 and up. If you give this to someone who is below the age of 14, you'll become a space pirate, I guess. Which, I mean, sounds kind of cool. Super 7's packaging is always really interesting, and this is no different. I love this illustration on the front, the jagged edge on the slipcover. And you also get some foil embossing a little bit, some shiny red against the white and the purple. All right, let's lift up the slipcover. And then we get a nice little peek inside. Yeah, Super 7 usually has pretty unique packaging. I like the way the cardboard kind of branches off into these shapes. That same illustration is on the back, and you also get a little blurb about the character. Basically, it's as it says on the box. We're looking at a skeleton space pirate. And there might be a little bit more that they could have done to make him into kind of a more sci-fi space-looking guy. But also he's not out of the package yet, so maybe I should shut my mouth until I see him in all his glory. How do you open this? From the top, I guess. I'm used to opening things from the bottom. Not preferable in this case. Why are you guys making me do this? Open from the top? Like some casual? I'm just kidding. Open packages however you want to. People get so bent out of shape about stuff, but like, they're toys. You should attempt to have fun. I can already tell that we're gonna have a little bit of trouble with this peg leg. There's just not as much real estate on the bottom, so he doesn't really want to stand up a good amount of the time. But I am surprised by the fact that he stands up at all. It helps that this foot is pretty big. Yeah, right off the bat, I really wish he had a little bit more spacey sci-fi-ness to him. Like, this does look like some kind of futuristic alien bodysuit, so that's cool. And he does have like a laser pistol in here. But like the holster or, I don't know, his cape or even his face could be more sci-fi and alien. Because this right here is just a human skull. It'd be cool if it had some like alien characteristics. But I guess maybe he's just an alien that, looks like a human skeleton. These thigh joints are pretty loose. I'm worried about those because that's part of the reason why I'm having trouble getting him to stand up, because he just kind of wants to slump forward. But the sculpt is really nice. Super 7 always does really clean sculpts, though there is a bit of a disconnect between the cleanliness of the body and the kind of craggy nature of the head, because this is more of a realistic human skeleton, except for the angry brow. And there's some nice detail on there, but it kind of clashes with the rest of the figure, in my opinion. I really don't want to dog on these too hard because I do like them. I love this half cape. Very nice that it's soft goods. It's got a wire in it so you can bend it. You can also unclasp it. Take it off. Get a better look at your Captain Deadstar. He does somehow look more imposing without the cape, but also a little bit more plain. I think the cape really adds that pop of color that you need. Yeah, the body's a bit plain, but like I said, I do like this bodysuit look because it is kind of alienish. Some nice details on the buttons. His peg leg is like a cyborg, weird like circuitry peg leg. It looks like he just like yanked it from the side of a ship and stuck it onto his leg, which maybe he did. Otherwise, I don't know why you would need so much circuitry on your fake leg unless you like use it as a weapon, like a leg gun. Pew! He comes with this blaster in his holster already. Ooh, can I get it out? There we go. And this is a cool looking blaster. Sleek sci-fi design. All silver, but it works. The holster is a little plain. Wish that had some ornamentation on it, especially for like a pirate that goes around like hunting treasure and stuff. Like I've been playing Red Dead Redemption again, and The more money I get, the more decked out Arthur is. He's the fanciest boy in the West. I want to look over articulation so we can get to the accessories because there's a lot of them. Not much movement in the head. A lot of rotation though. But yeah, he does not look up or down very far. Not much tilt either. Pretty big elbow joint there. Bicep swivel. A simple up and down on the elbow, but it is a smooth movement. Maybe too smooth. I'm kind of worried that it's going to get floppy after a while. A little bit of up and down on the hand. Swivel on the hand. Oh, weird. There's this cut here, but there's barely any crunch. No side to side on there either. But you do get a big twist at the torso hidden by this belt. The leg doesn't want to go out much, and I can't tell if that's just because it's a little stuck in that movement or it just doesn't go. Goes out to the side pretty well. Not much to the back because his butt is in the way. But at least he has a butt, you know what I'm saying? Most skeletons don't, and I think that's sad. Ooh, not very good on the knee flexing. You do get some twist there though. I don't know how useful that is. And a little rock and back and forth on the ankle. So yeah, I can see what people were talking about as far as articulation goes. It's not a figure ruiner for me, but that's just for me. I can see where other people would not like that. He is a little bit limited in what he can do. A little bit juvenile, I want to say, like a kid's toy, which is a stupid and or ironic thing to say because it is a toy, but you know what I mean. It's a little bit simplistic, even though this was clearly meant for adults because it's got accessories like the shit list, which my mom is on for some reason. I don't know what my mom did to you. She's a lovely woman, but once again, really nice sculpting on that. You can see the little spirals and a tiny amount of silver paint on them. Everything is usually pretty clean from Super 7. You get a skeleton key. It's funny because he's a skeleton and also a pirate. You get a parrot feather because he comes with a parrot. 2 parrots, in fact. I mean, they're the same parrot, I assume, just in different stances. I guess because they didn't want to articulate the wings, but they wanted 2 different poses for him. And this parrot is cool. I like the dead-eye design, but once again, it's not very alien. This is obviously an earth bird, and I've had it up to here with earth birds. You know what I mean? Getting a little too cocky, I think. But he's also got this drumstick. Is it a threat? Like, is he threatening this bird? This is what will happen to you if you disobey me. And honestly, I can't blame the man at all. Birds are delicious. They can't help it. But also, why have a pet bird if you're gonna be mean to it all the time? I guess if you're a bad guy. I guess if you're the worst. He's got this like a cosmic treasure map. It's just a little plastic piece, but it's a fun addition. It is weird though because the background of this is like an Earth sky, right? Like, I think it's supposed to be space because there's stars and stuff in the background, but this is a cloud and it's a nice, a beautiful blue. So it just looks like an Earth sky, not like the cosmos. So that's an interesting decision, or maybe no, this has to be how they meant it. Yeah, it's a weird thing to like ponder, but I am wondering why they went in that direction. He's got this orb. I don't know what it is. Some kind of a bomb, maybe. A bottle of booze for drinking. A flaming sword, which is pretty cool. It's a little cartoony, but that fits in with the aesthetic, I think. A really fun flame effect. He's got a treasure chest. There's nothing inside. You can put stuff inside, though, should you so desire. But it's just a fun little treasure chest. It would be pretty funny if you had to use the skeleton key to open this, but it would also be a pain in the butt for both manufacturers and customers, I think. So I understand why they wouldn't do that. Extra hands, graspy hands, and fists. And you get 2 extra head portraits. I guess they did not want to make the jaw articulated because you've got this one with an open jaw just stuck in place. You've also got this one with a bionic eye where the eye patch usually is. And once again, really clean detail work on that. Ooh, he's stuck pretty good. His head does not want to come off. Yeah, these may be ones that require some hot water to switch things out. An interesting detail is that his neck is made of bone too, I guess. So that's pretty funny. I mean, he's obviously like more than bones underneath here. Or maybe he's just made of like really thick person-shaped bones. I don't know why I'm questioning this so much. Ooh, but the heads do not want to pop on easily. Now the hands are also a very hard plastic. They're not rubbery like you see in some action figure hands, so it might be a pain to get him to firmly grasp things. That was alright. Oh, but see, since I warmed him up, his joints are a little floppy. So for the parrot, he's got a little peg on his shoulder right here where you can affix the parrot. And I Love that. I love that he has a little companion, even if he's mean to it and threatening it with bird drumsticks. But what happens when you put the cloak on? Can you still have a parrot buddy with a cloak? I think you kind of have to work around it. No! Why can't I have a parrot buddy and a cloak? Let me live the dream. Yeah, I don't think that's happening unless you put a hole in the cloak right here. I mean, do I have to choose between bird and cloak? I guess I'd choose cloak because we've established that I'm not really into birds. Yarr. Alright, we've spent quite a while on him, so let's move on to Batula, and then we'll take a look at both of them toward the end of the video. Alright, Batula time. Same type of packaging, and this time you get an illustration of course, Batula. It's in that same kind of painterly style. Oh, he is all robed up. It looks really cool, but it is an interesting choice to hide most of your figure while it's in the package, but then again, it is hidden by the slipcover, the plastic, and the cardboard box. So, it's not like you'll be getting a great look at this in the first place. As before, a little blurb on the back. So, he does not come with as many accessories. He only gets one clamshell, whereas Deadstar had 2. So here again, you have another pretty simple body with a red cloak. And yeah, it's like a standard vampire dude body, but you just got a bat head instead. It'd be cool if his outfit were a little more batty aside from just this bat clasp, which is pretty cool, not gonna lie. Once again, appreciate the wired soft goods. But we're gonna take this off so we can get a better look at him. We might need to take the head off, but it was so hard with the... Oh, okay, well it's easy on this guy. Will it be easy to get back on? His head peg is also smaller. He's very proper. I do wish these buttons right here were painted, but some really nice paintwork on the bolo tie. Really cute coattails in the back, but it would have been even cuter if they were in the shape of a bat's tail. Like, you know, kind of the wedge shape that some bats have. But I guess that might kind of get in the way of things, and also wouldn't be readily obvious that it was bat-inspired. I do wish there was a bit more bat theming on the outfit, but like Deadstar, it's a little bit simple in the body department. I'm anticipating the same articulation too. It's looking like it. He's got this ring too. I don't know what that's supposed to be. An ant? Or a bat? It almost looks like it's supposed to be a spider, but the legs aren't painted on. I am not sure about that. Also, this is a spot where the paint gets a little sloppy, which is unusual for Super 7. Yeah, he has even less movement because he doesn't have the twist at the waist there. Decent leg movement. Oh. I tried to move his knee too far and it just popped right out. So yeah, I'm guessing knee movement is not great on this one either, and less movement on the foot with that one as well. You do get that twist at the shin though. The head portrait is a bit cartoony, a bit Hollywood monster-like, you know, like Hollywood in the 1950s or whatever. I do like the bright blue ears though. And I'm not saying cartoony like a bad thing, obviously this line is meant to be a bit cartoony. I really kind of feel bad that there's not much more I can say about him besides more of the same as Captain Deadstar, but also Bathead. But yeah, pretty, I don't want to say boring, just standard body, you know? I just kind of wish there was a little bit more flair to the body, especially since this is like a line built on kind of cool, irreverent characters, which it is cool, don't get me wrong. I just think it could have gone one step further for each of them. So let's look at accessories. Like I said, he doesn't come with as many as Deadstar. Let's get this out of the way because hands are my least favorite part. He'll come with 2 fists. And he'll also come with these hands doing a delightful gesture. Very rude. I thought vampires were supposed to be charming. What's more charming than a skull rod that also turns into a sword? But what is this supposed to be, a walking stick? It's not really tall enough for that, but that would have been neat. Of course, he gets a goblet with some suspiciously red liquid in it. Could be tomato juice. But then we also get this tiny flask with some suspicious red liquid in it. Could also be tomato juice. But then we get this book with the upside down cross, because vampires don't like crosses, that's common knowledge. And inside, it's hollowed out, and you can fit that little flask of what is probably not tomato juice. Here's my question though. You're a vampire with a bat head. Where are you going that you need to bring a book and hide your flask of blood in it? I mean, I'm sure everyone knows you're a vampire. You're not fooling anyone. You got a bat head. So why the secrecy? Is it spiked blood? Are you trying to hide some kind of addiction from someone? So you get 2 extra face portraits. One is covered in blood. The other one has these sick shades on. I really like this one. He looks very cool, just like Deadstar. His hands are not very malleable, so to actually get them around something like this bone thing, is gonna be difficult and require some hot water, so back to the hot water machine I go. The good news is that the pieces go in easily, but yeah, it is a little bit of work trying to get something as thick as this into this hand. It just does not have any give at all. Can't deny, he looks pretty baller right now. Is that what the kids say still, or have they moved on to something else that I'm not aware of? Oh, yeah, so for as easy as these are to plug into the wrists, they also come out very easily. And it's the same with the head on this one. Deadstar was a little bit more grippy with his hands and head. I have to say, they look pretty cool together. Like with some of the accessories, especially the more outlandish ones, they just make really fun looking figures. And unfortunately, I have to agree with some other reviewers that they're not super fun to play with. Like I've said many times before, including even in this review, I'm not a stickler for articulation, but I do see where people are coming from with these. They are limited and frustrating in a lot of ways. Like this one kept falling over when I kept trying to stand him up. It's just that his ankles are so loose. This one, of course, doesn't have both legs, so of course you're going to have problems standing him up, and I really wish we could have his cloak and the parrot. So maybe I'll find a workaround for that. But as far as looks go, they look pretty cool. I do wish there was a little bit of extra embellishment on them, just to tie into their other themes, aka mainly vampire, but also bat, mainly pirate, but also space. I wish there was more space and bat, respectively. But they are fun if you're looking for kind of a twist on classic monsters. So here they are with NECA's Fugitoid and Star Wars Black Series Cassian Andor. So being a Super 7 figure, they kind of tower over the others a little bit. But yeah, you can see for yourself that they do not want to stand up on their own. Blue tack is likely a requirement for these. Oh god, come on dude. Killing me. So yeah, neat but frustrating is what I would say. So if you're into the looks, that's really cool. Otherwise, I'm not sure I would get these again. I think in a world where there were no other toys coming out that I really wanted, I would get these, but there's a lot of other stuff that I like and want to get, so I definitely wouldn't count these among my favorite toys. But they are fun for what they are. Let it be known that I am not a Super 7 hater. I reviewed a lot of their Turtles toys and really liked a lot of them, even though I'm not a Turtles fan. I was really impressed by those, but these, I don't know, they're a little bit lacking. So anyway, likes and subscribes are very much appreciated. Comments are more than welcome. Now, we'll see you guys on the next one.